Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I used to work as a professional recruiter, did it for more than 40 years, filled more than 1,200 full-time positions plus consulting assignments. I know about the staffing process, both from the standpoint of being a headhunter as well as from the standpoint of working with organizations to improve their process so they can get results faster. Now, this is a video about getting your recruiting strategy in order. And, excuse me, let me start off with one assumption, and that you have a legitimate, qualified job description to work with, number one, and you have a way of evaluating for fit with that job description. Fit for the requirements of the position, not for the team, but or the personalities, but fit for these criteria. Now, why do I say this? So often with organizations, there's little communication. Job descriptions occur because there's been a resignation. A manager calls over to HR and says, I'm going to use my name in this. Hey, do you have that job description we used to hire Jeff? He just gave his notice. We've got to replace him. You got that job description? And nothing's being done to update it. Nothing is communicated, and thus you send it out to third-party recruiters. You ask your corporate recruiters to run ads and do recruiting on LinkedIn, and it's not completely accurate. At worst, it's 75% accurate, maybe 80, 85, but there's missing components to it that haven't been done. So let's work with the assumption that you've got this part handled. Now from here, it's the recruiting strategy. Like, what are you going to do? And that is, you meet with the key people, whether you're in recruiting and you're looking with talking with the hiring manager and the people who will be involved with the interviewing, in order to ensure that everyone is on board with what needs to be done and how they're going to go about doing it. One firm I've worked with, what they do is the hiring managers do all the screening and keep HR in the loop. They may get the resumes from HR, or they may just go online and find people on their own, using some of the tools that the firm has purchased in order to find folks, messaging people, sending emails, what have you, in order to reach out to folks and basically say, hey, your background looked interesting for this role I have open. This is what I'm trying to fill. Excuse me. Would you have some time to speak? And then run the process. As a hiring manager, you're best equipped to evaluate and assess people. As a recruiter, you're like a panhandler by the river trying to get rid of the bulk crap that's out of the way to start narrowing down what could possibly be gold. But the hiring managers really know what the gold is, and the idea is that everyone knows. Now, the biggest mistake as a hiring manager that many of you make is you're not clear with the people who are going to be doing interviewing for you, who are going to be doing screening for you, what it is you want them to look for, and how they should be assessing for you. For example, and I'm just going to pick out one generic category. If you say you want to hire a Java developer, Java is such a huge category of skills and competences, it's impossible to work with that as being the target, because there's so many features within it, so many ways that you can use that technology that it's almost limitless. As a result, people arbitrarily play, excuse my language, grab ass to evaluate and assess, and you cause people to waste their time and thus your time in screening. Why do that? Make it clear what you want someone to know and how it is that it should be evaluated for that knowledge. Communicate with the people who are going to be doing the interviews. Have a checklist. After all, airline pilots have a checklist. They've got a pretty important job. Why can't your people have a checklist to ensure that they've covered the major points that you want them to cover? This way, everyone goes through the same measures. No bias comes into the process. You're looking at the skills, competence of an individual and making sure that they actually fit the requirements. Once you're getting people uniformly on board, start interviewing, start doing the outreach. Encourage your people and others within your organization to provide you with referrals. Reach out to your network. Ask for referrals. I'm looking for someone with such and such background. Might you know someone? Text people, email people, contact them through LinkedIn, wherever it is. Start doing outreach, because the people you know, I mean really know, are individuals who think like you and have a certain commonality, right? They're friends of yours. And as a result, they may know of people who could be appropriate. Do not just rely upon HR. And HR, don't just simply rely upon hiring managers to do this work. All of you are busy, and where you can work cooperatively to do this kind of outreach, it makes a world of good. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. If you're interested in my coaching you, I don't do recruiting anymore. I did it for a long time, but if you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Connect with me there, then message that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. Also want to say, I've got a ton more material at my website, thebiggamehunter.us. Go over to the site, go to the blog, go explore it. Thousands of posts about job search, hiring, being effective in the workplace. Last point I want to make, if you happen to be job hunting, I'd love to help you from a coaching perspective as well, but I've got great information on YouTube at jobsearchtv.com. Also on bingenetworks.tv. That's an app for Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV, and 80, 90 platforms in total that you can watch from the convenience of your living room, rec room, or wherever it is. Enjoy it. Again, bingenetworks.tv or YouTube at jobsearchtv.com. Hope you have a great day and take care.